Hey, good evening, beautiful, radiant women. My name is Eugénie, and I am a joy and fulfillment life coach. I help women liberate themselves from that inner critic and the guilt so that they can step fully into their joy and live a life of fulfillment. And tonight, I have a fun topic for us. And especially as a language teacher, because I'm also a teacher, I would like to explore the power of words and how we talk to each other. As in talk to ourselves, I should say. Talking to each other obviously is one thing, and we usually filter our words nicely for other people, actually. We are going to be a lot nicer to other people than we are to ourselves very often. So I'm going to play a little game with you guys, just to see, just a reminder that words carry energy. And that's important to be reminded. So I'm going to do a silly little game to start. Then I'm going to share a little bit about my past and how my inner critic came into being. And then I'm going to teach you some strategies on how to filter, edit some of the words that you use, especially in moments of crisis when we're hard on ourselves, so that you can bring some self-compassion to yourself and raise your energy and just be kinder to yourself so that you can feel more joyful and calm. There you go. So let's just have a little game, you guys. Are you ready? This is going to be good. So if I say words like taxes or hate, how about overflowing toilet? It's not fun when that happens. How about broken leg? How about bills, right? All those words carry meaning. They're little suitcases with energy, and the energy around those words are unpleasant. They relate to stress, they relate to trauma, they relate to unpleasant emotions, right? If I were to add stupid in there, that's also very harsh, right? So let's just do the reverse of that, and that would be the fun words. And the fun words would be sun. Okay, obviously I'm a person who loves the beach, so my happy words are the sun and palm trees and crystal clear turquoise waters. What else do I like? Pina coladas, because that's really delicious. Or you could say ice cream is a good one. Music, dancing, birthday parties, love, and I love you, right? All of those words are also little suitcases that also carry meaning and also carry their own energy. And how did it feel when I said those two categories of words? In all honesty, you feel a different way when you say them, when you hear them, when you absorb them. And so words, like everything in the world, carry energy. So I just wanted to have this little activity with you before I dive deeper into the idea of the gremlin, which I will be mentioning a lot in this group because it is the gremlin. In coaching, we call it that. I'll explain in a second what it is. That is the thing, the inner voice, the inner critic, that is that little voice that is basically trying to protect you from making a fool out of yourself. It's that little voice that basically tells you you are not good enough. So play it safe. Don't get crazy. Don't go and try something and really embarrass yourself, because the scariest thing for human beings is social exclusion. And so a lot of people live in that fear that if they try, they're going to fail, they're going to be embarrassed. So that inner voice that I think everyone has it to a certain degree, we have that. So having the awareness around it is so important. It comes usually from either a big trauma or a smaller trauma from childhood, usually from parents or from an event that happened to you. In this particular case, I will share my story with my mom. And I just want to say that I have no resentment towards my mother. I actually have a lot of compassion for her. I used to hate her quite significantly, but now as a coach with all my strategies, I see where she's coming from, right? So my mom, before she had children, before she had us, before she was married, had the life. She was traveling. She was in England. She was doing formula racing in Manicourt in France. She taught in Spain. She was an interpreter for cattle fair in Canada. She was meeting people. She was having a blast. They were creating big suppers in France, you can just imagine. And of course, she met my dad, who is also a globetrotter, by the way, and they met in Canada, and all that to say that they got married and they had kids. And my mom is the perfect and tragic example of what happens to a human being when they no longer live aligned with their values. So her values were freedom, adventure, connection, joy, growth. And all of a sudden, her values became family, and that's it. So she was no longer just, doing her thing whenever she wanted to, because she had us. And so she was resentful, and she was quite bitter and a little bit angry all the time that we were basically in her way of experiencing what she had experienced before us. So I grew up with a woman who basically really didn't want me. So in order to exist, in order to feel the love, I had to be incredible. I had to excel at everything. I had to, in order to get those little snippets of love and attention, I had to be perfect, right? And that's in those very rare moments that she would notice me, because she was completely overwhelmed all the time. There was 4 of us. Then I would catch her attention. I was like, oh, she saw me. She noticed, she acknowledged me, So my inner critic was very, very harsh. You can only imagine. And, because if I wasn't perfect, I didn't exist. How's that for big trauma, right? And I'm smiling now because I know this. Before I didn't know. I was just in so much pain, and I just felt very low self-esteem, low self-worth. I had suicidal thoughts. I was just a jolly mess, people. So, but what I'm trying to say is my inner critic, if I was going to do something, I would have this harsh inner voice. Well, that's just not good enough. You suck. Don't even bother if that's how pathetic it's going to be. It was really, really harsh. So with time, with a lot of mindfulness-based meditation, with everything else, I have brought self-compassion to myself, self-love. It's taken a while, and coaching, of course. So I'm here to support you with this inner voice and acknowledging it, and also just minimizing its impact so that you can step into things that you want to do, be less afraid to fail, and not have it hold you back from doing the things that would truly bring you joy. So going back to the importance of words, right? When we're in those moments of stress, especially when we're triggered, when we feel that we're not good enough at that particular time, that we're experiencing a challenge at work, with a friend, with a family member, and we're feeling like it's got to be more, I should be more, I should be doing more, then the language becomes super, super harsh. Like I said, you feel stupid or whatever. So what I'm going to say about this very short presentation today is, first of all, please catch it. Please catch the hardness. You're going to feel it in your body. You're going to get all tense, and you're going to be like, this is not good enough. And you're going to start name calling, useless, stupid, whatever. Catch yourself, breathe. And just give yourself some compassion around that, and say and use words, but they have to ring true. So you can't just say, oh, I'm beautiful and marvelous and everything. If you don't feel it, it's not going to work, because then it's a lie. But do use words instead of I'm stupid. Switch it to something more empowering and true. So how true is it that you're doing the best you can right now with the tools that you have right now? It's true. So instead of being hard on yourself and calling yourself names that, by the way, you would never call a friend those names, that is a friend in need, you would give them so much love and support. So back at you in those moments, you might want to step away from that fire. Whatever is happening in your life when you're starting to talk really nastily to yourself, this is when you turn off the computer, walk away from the situation, and take care of yourself. Go have a breather, get a massage, go have something to eat. Sometimes we forget we're hungry, and this could happen then. Go have a nap, go have fun with a friend. You can do all of those things. But since I'm focusing on words today, choose those words very wisely, very lovingly. Edit them. So instead of I'm blank, 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 because I don't even want to use that words because they carry energy and I don't want to give you that energy. Just use the words that are, I am doing the best I can. And even if that's all you say, and breathe and recognize that that is true, even that will help you bring some self-compassion into the moment, right? Even if it's, you know, like you feel overwhelmed and you're judging yourself that you're not doing good enough, you can just say, I can do this, right? Eventually you will be able to. We all know that. So I can do this. It's not easy right now, but I can do this. So acknowledge your suffering, acknowledge the frustration, but I can do this. You can say, I've done harder things in the past. I can do this, right? Another one that you can try, and these you can write on Post-its, people, is I am learning every day. And what am I learning right now? And pause. What am I learning right now? Am I hungry? Am I tired? Am I with a person who always seems to just not have my best interests in mind? So what am I learning in this particular moment, right? Another one that is really fun to try is simply, this too shall pass. And we know it will. You might be upset for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, even 2 hours, but eventually it will pass. You will get back to your beautiful you, right? So basically that's it. This is like the shortest, sweetest presentation for you. Just remember that you don't want to carry around taxes and overflowing toilets. You want to carry some sunshine and palm trees and pina coladas. So just remember to filter those words when things get tough and you start getting hard on yourself. That gremlin is going to come in kicking. And I will show you strategies in further Facebook Lives. As a matter of fact, I need to share that I am creating a 3 key steps to your joy and fulfillment. It is awesome. Awesome. I have so much good stuff for you there. And I'm presenting this on Zoom on October the 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern. And it is a free webinar. All you need to do is click on the link that I'm going to provide in Facebook or on Instagram and join me. And I have combined all of my life experiences, going from when I used to have suicidal thoughts and I just had no love for myself, to now. And this whole path, this whole 30 years, this whole lifetime, I've condensed this. All these books that I've read, all of the self-help books, all of my coaching school, my experiences, I've just put them with so much love, you guys. Oh, I'm so excited. This is so exciting because I know it's going to help you reclaim your joy and help you feel more fulfilled in your life, especially if you're hard on yourself, especially if you're bogged down, especially if you're having no fun in life right now, if you're having, if you have messy relationships with people, if you can't say no, if you're a perfectionist, all those things, they all have one thing in common, and it's the gremlin. And so that's why it's so exciting, because once you identify that, there's strategies to move around it, because it can't disappear entirely, but there's strategies to dissipate its power. And the one today was choosing your words. So put it on a Post-it, put it on your fridge, put it on the bathroom window. Oh, I wanted to show you. I'm actually going to take you to my bedroom, which is actually really messy. Oh, sorry. But this here is art that I got recently in Cambridge. And I'm going to show you because it's just so beautiful. And it's a beautiful woman with butterflies on her eyes. And the artist, her name is Angela Decker, and she wrote this. She wrote the name of the painting. Okay, so it's reversed for you, but it says, accepting myself as I am. And I love it. I love it because when I go to bed or I wake up in the morning, I have this beautiful artwork from this, because I met the artist, of course, and she's an incredible woman, incredible energy. And so the painting has beautiful energy, but it's a little piece of paper. I was like, what is the name of your painting? And she just kind of ripped it out, and I've kept it. And it just brings me joy. Accepting myself as I am. That is the 100% most compassionate thing you can do for yourself, is accept yourself as you are, because that's how you are right now. Will you grow? 1,000%. but this is how you are right now. So I hope this helps, and it was a pleasure sharing this with you. Look for my link to join my webinar on the 15th of October. I can't wait to see you there. It's gonna be good, people. Okay, take care.